from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will have first crack at this one. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to...
Turning it on! He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida's offense will get the ball for the first time. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback making checks. Robinson will throw. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators are on the move. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be... And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Robinson looking to pass. Buys a little extra time. He's going to run it. Guys, let's chat about Florida. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the offense will go for it around midfield. On 4th down, going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They want to run it left here. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And some room to work. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And his touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it'll just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Let's it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Motion from the wide receiver. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Overton. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They'll go to the counter. Makes one man miss. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Gators line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out, firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Can't get him to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 7 over Nebraska. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Off the play fake on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch at the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It feels feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Robinson will throw. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And he missed it. No good. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll pull it on the read. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Hit as he throws. Off near the sticks. It's Blue. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Blue. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Robinson looking to pass. Hauls it in. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
That's the 45 on its way. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Gators want to crank the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The kick is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Blue. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got it stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Overton. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Kick is in the air. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going to try to get it himself. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. It's complete on the right side. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle?
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quick release by the QB. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks, but, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the back. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. It's a running room. The 20. Touchdown Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
On the move. Strong, firm tackle.
We know this quarterback is dynamic with his running ability, and on the 2-point attempt, they tried to use his legs to get it in, but the defense was there to stop him short.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. And the returner will be brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Robinson will throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Florida. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it,
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down, 10 yards to go. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On target over the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. They're working that left side. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
I was ready for this 4th down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
To the air, it's Overton. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Guys, let's chat about Florida. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Gators send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And it's on the guy behind center to get this offense going. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle. And you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. It's been a bad day, man.
And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. To the air. It's Overton. He's got him. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's the pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big and they take over. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He now has 84 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down and bend.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle. Robinson looking to pass. He'll take a shot.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Pitt looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 28 to Washington. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on to the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Clark. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They've already picked up a couple of first downs on this possession. Now they'll snap it from their own 35. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. The inside handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game, because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Dropping back, it's Overton. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected.